Hi guys. What do we have today? Here we have predictions for today's 8 NBA games. Let's get started. Minnesota Timberwolves and Detroit Pistons. The Timberwolves have been playing well lately, splitting their past 8 games, and they'll be going for their 5th straight win tonight. The Pistons are on a back-to-back including travel. They are in a bad rut right now, having dropped 7 of their previous 10 games, and they'll be trying to avoid a 4th straight loss. The Timberwolves don't play well in road games. On the road, they won 8 out of 20 games this season. Recently, they lost in 4 of their last 5 road games while covering the spread in 2 of those 5. Since the start of the season, the Pistons have struggled at home in Detroit. They've only won 5 of their last 19 home games. The Pistons have won only 1 of their previous 6 home games while covering the spread in 2 of those 6. Head-to-head, the Timberwolves have covered the spread in 3 of the past 5 games between those 2 teams in Detroit, while the total points have gone over in 8 of the last 9 games between those 2 teams in Detroit. For the Pistons, this will be the 10th back-to-back game this season. They have won only 2 of the previous 9 back-to-backs. This is the 2nd game this season between these 2 teams. The Pistons won the first game in Minnesota. Both teams have many names of their key players on the injury list. The Pistons are currently playing very poorly, particularly in games played in Detroit. The Timberwolves are in tremendous form, but all of their recent triumphs have come thanks to the outstanding play of Anthony Edwards, who will most certainly be unavailable today. Play Minnesota Timberwolves and Detroit Pistons over 230. Chicago Bulls and Washington Wizards. The Bulls are in decent form, having won 6 of their previous 10 games. The Wizards have been in fine form, winning 6 of their previous 9 games, but they will be looking to avoid a 4th consecutive loss here. The Bulls have struggled on the road from the start of the season. They won only 8 of their 21 road games. They've recently been performing considerably better on the road. The Bulls have won and covered the spread in 4 of their last 6 road games. The Wizards are a good home team. They have won 10 of their 18 home games this season. In their last 6 home games, they won and covered the spread in only 2 of those 6. Head-to-head, Washington is where the Bulls often perform best. They have covered the spread in 10 of their last 12 games against the Wizards at Washington. These 2 teams have played each other 2 times this season. Both teams won once at home. This game will be difficult to call, considering both teams have a long list of injured players. The Bulls are in better shape here, but the Wizards are playing at home. I expect the side with the fewest names on the injury list will win this game. It's the Bulls right now. Keep an eye on both teams' injury reports. Play Chicago Bulls plus 1.5. Milwaukee Bucks and Atlanta Hawks. The Bucks have won 4 of their previous 6 games, so they've been doing pretty well. The Hawks have been struggling. 5 of their last 7 games have ended in losses. The Bucks have had a good road record this season. In their previous 19 away games, they had 10 victories. In their recent road games, the Bucks won and covered the spread only in 3 of their last 7. The Hawks at home won 11 out of 19 games this season. Recently, they have split their last 6 home games but covered a spread in only 2 of those 6. Head-to-head, Atlanta hasn't recently been among the Bucks' preferred cities to play in. Only 1 of the Bucks' previous 5 games in Atlanta against the Hawks saw the Bucks cover the spread. This is the 4th game between these 2 teams this season. The Bucks won the first game, while the Hawks won the last 2. Trae Young and Coach McMillan appear to have cooled down and chosen to do something positive for the team. If my assumption is correct, the Hawks will be a formidable opponent for the Bucks today. The Hawks looked like a playoff team in their last game against the Clippers. Play Atlanta Hawks plus 3. New Orleans Pelicans and Boston Celtics. With 4 losses in their last 6 games, the Pelicans have been in a bit of a funk. The Celtics have been playing well lately, winning 7 of their last 9 games, and they'll be looking for their 4th straight victory tonight. The Pelicans' performance isn't as strong on the road as at home. They only have 8 victories in their 19 road games this season. Recently, they have won and covered the spread only in 2 of their previous 8 road games. On their home floor, the Celtics have been at their best. They have won 16 of 21 home games so far this season. They have won 5 of their previous 6 home games but covered a spread in only 4. Head-to-head, only 1 of the last 5 games between those 2 teams in Boston saw the Pelicans win and cover the spread. This is the 2nd game between those 2 teams. The Celtics won in the first game in New Orleans. The Pelicans will be here without Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram, and Herbert Jones, while the Celtics will most likely be without Robert Williams. The Celtics are not in the same form they were at the beginning of the season, but here they are playing against a team without its key players and a team that, even when its key players are on the team, does not play its best in road games. The Pelicans showed against the Wizards in Washington that they could be more competitive than the odds makers expect. I don't buy it, and I think the Celtics will easily win in this one. Play Boston Celtics -8. Indiana Pacers and New York Knicks. The Pacers have won 8 of their previous 10 games and are in good shape, and here they will look for their third consecutive win. The Knicks have won 4 of their past 6 games but will be looking to get back on track after falling short to the Bucks in their last game, snapping their 4-game winning run. Since the beginning of the season, the Pacers have been playing decent ball in road games. They have won 8 of 19 road games this season. They have won 3 of their previous 7 road games while covering the spread in 5 of those 7. This season the Knicks have performed better on the road than at home. They've won 10 of their 21 home games. The Knicks have won 3 of their last 7 home games but have only covered the spread in 2 of that 7. Head-to-head, the Pacers covered the spread only in 1 of their last 5 games against the Knicks in New York. This is the second game this season between these two teams. The Knicks won the first in Indiana. The Knicks performed well for 3 quarters against the Bucks in the last game, but it wasn't enough to win. The Pacers have been playing well recently and seem to be the team in better shape in this match. I sincerely hope I'm wrong, but it appears the Knicks will provide their supporters with the same experience they have had for years. Here I'll take the road team to cover the spread. Play Indiana Pacers +5. San Antonio Spurs and Memphis Grizzlies. This is the second game in a row between these two teams in Memphis. The Spurs have lost 5 of their last 6 games this season and will be looking to avoid a third consecutive defeat in this one. After defeating the Spurs on Monday, the Grizzlies are looking for their 8th straight win. This season, the Spurs have struggled on the road. They have won only 5 of 19 road games. In their last 6 road games, the Spurs won only 1 while covering the spread in 3 of those 6. The Grizzlies are the league's top home team. They have won 17 out of 20 home games played this season. Recently, they have won 9 of their last 10 home games and covered the spread in 6 of that 10. Head-to-head, in the last 6 games between those two teams in Memphis, the Spurs won in 2 of that 6 while covering the spread in 4. This is the 3rd game between those two teams this season. The Grizzlies won both previous games. Because nothing has changed, I will repeat what I stated about this game 2 days ago. It's simple to see why the Grizzlies are favorites in this game, but I think the line is too high. The Spurs play pretty decent ball. They don't win, but they don't play poor basketball either. Play San Antonio Spurs +15. Phoenix Suns and Denver Nuggets. The Suns are playing a back-to-back, which includes travel. They've been in awful form, having dropped 9 of their past 11 games. The Nuggets have been on a roll, winning 8 of their last 10 games, and they will be looking for a 4th straight victory today, but they'll be looking to get back on track after ending a 6-game winning streak. The Suns' road performances this season have not been their best. They have only won 8 of their 21 away games. Only 3 of their most recent 11 road games ended in wins, while 4 of those 11 games saw them cover the spread. This season, the Nuggets won 17 of 20 games at home, showing their solid home performance. They recently won 11 straight home games but only covered the spread in 8. Head-to-head, recently, the Suns are not among the Nuggets' favorite teams. The Suns covered the spread in 5 straight games against the Nuggets in Denver. The Suns have many names on their injury list, while the Nuggets are almost fully healthy. It's back-to-back for the Suns. Since the beginning of the season, they have played 5 back-to-backs and won only 2 of those 5. Yes, the Nuggets will benefit much from this situation. They are rested, do not have any injured players, and play at home. On the other hand, the Suns did play yesterday, but there is a good chance that Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton, and Landry Shamet will be available tonight, and this isn't a back-to-back for them. The Nuggets should be favored, but a double-digit margin looks excessive. Play Phoenix Suns +13. Houston Rockets and Sacramento Kings. The Rockets have been in a huge rut, having lost 12 of their past 13 games, and they will be looking to avoid an 8th consecutive defeat tonight. The Kings are in good form, having won 4 of their past 7 games. The Rockets have a terrible road record this season. They only won 4 of their 20 away games. In their recent road games, the Rockets have won and covered the spread in 2 of the last 7. The Kings at home won 12 out of 21 games this season. Recently, they have won 4 of their last 9 home games but covered a spread only in 2 of those 9. Head-to-head, in the last 7 games between those 2 teams in Sacramento, the Rockets covered the spread in 2 of those 7. The Rockets are losing games, but seldom by double digits, and the Kings have not been playing as well as they were recent. Both teams were so focused on the offensive in the recent games that they forgot to play defense. This game has no reason to be any different. Play Houston Rockets and Sacramento Kings over 237.5. Guys, that's all. Thanks for joining us today. See you tomorrow.